Hi everybody, back with another teaching video, and I want to expand on the idea of the altered scale today. Not necessarily usages of it, but actually take a step back and just talk about construction of the scale and where we get this scale from, and then other names, because you may know it by another name. But the altered scale means that there are altered notes. Well, what are they altered from? They're altered from a major scale. So let's consider an A7 chord. And the chord scale that goes along with an A7 chord would be really an A mixolydian scale. Now normally an A major scale would have a C sharp, or an F sharp, a C sharp, and a G sharp. That would be the A major scale, but we alter it to make an A7 in that we lower the 7th degree, and this is now a G natural. Okay, so there's our first alteration, a flat 7. I'm going to use the dash. Well, actually, you know what? I'll do a flat sign to make it easier to see. Flat 7. Okay, so we've got 1 and then 8 in our scale. Now, we actually need to alter, for a true altered scale, everything is altered except for 1 and 8. Now, we already have a flat 7 altered. So let's just start altering the scale on the 2nd degree. Okay, so now that we've just added a flat 9 because 2 is the same as 9. So in the altered scale, the B would be flat. So we've got flat 2. Now normally this will be a C sharp, but we're going to lower it to make it a C natural. So there's my next alteration. That's a flat 3, or sharp 9, A7 flat 9, sharp 9. Now in the altered scale, we have to lower the 4th as well. We're going to flat the 4th. So here we go, 1, flat 3, flat 3, 1, flat 2, flat 3, flat 4, and yes, you guessed it, flat 5. And then, yep, I also need to take away the F sharp and make this flat 6. So every single note is altered in an altered scale except for 1 and 8. Remember, it's being altered compared to the major scale. So we're taking every note from the major scale and basically lowering it a half a step. Now, you may know this by these other names like diminished whole tone scale, or super Locrian, or 7th mode of melodic minor. Okay, all those names are right, and they're true. The way I described it was the melodic minor approach, in that I don't look at this as A7, so really what they would do, what you could do is A7 alt. That would be the nomenclature that a lot of people would use, A7 ALT alt. And that assumes now that we've got all kinds of alterations. It may not be all of those within the chord, but in your chord scale now you could use this altered scale that has all these alterations. But this is what I was talking about. If I go from B flat up to B flat, I now have, if you look at this, I'm sorry, I didn't put this in here. That should be a D flat. My fault. So if you look at this now, with all these alterations, this really is just a B flat melodic minor scale. B flat, C, D flat, there's my flat 3rd, E flat, my 4, 5, raise 6, raise 7, there. So if you were to play from B flat to B flat, that is the melodic minor scale. So let me show you. Here's the altered scale starting from A to A. That's the altered sound. Again, everything altered except for 1 and 8, obviously. Now, if I start that on flat 2, that's my B flat melodic minor. that's where you get seventh mode of melodic minor, because the A would be the seventh of the B flat jazz, B flat melodic minor, and that's why this scale will be the seventh mode of that. But I always think of it up a half a step. But that is the altered scale. I hope that that makes a little bit of sense, maybe a little bit more sense, especially from a theory perspective, because I don't want to give misinformation or leave some stuff out. The altered scale is a specific scale with specific alterations. I'm just getting to it a different way with the melodic minor approach. But that's it. So here's the sound for you. Anyway, all right, be well.